Welcome back to a new video. So in this workout, I decided to work up on snatch and clean jerk a little bit, as well as doing some snatch pulls. The main goal of this session was to get some snatch pull work in, and I did some protective snatch and clean jerk work. And as you notice, I'm taking weird jumps, but actually it's something that I did prior to my competition. Just add the 3 kilo plates on all of the normal jumps that I take, and then just make normal jumps, from what would be 40, 50, 60 to 43, 53, 63. That's why all the weights are weird. It certainly took a little bit more time to edit because I had to, make new captions because I don't typically do these weights. But, it's good for the session. So for snatching, I had no misses to 103. The first 113 that I tried, I missed. It was really close. I think that if I had more space, I might have been able to like run it out, but it wouldn't have been good technique. The 93 I wasn't happy with, but this 103 felt really good. But the second 113 I was able to make. Then did some clean jerks. My kind of goal, I kind of knew this would probably be difficult to do just because of how difficult the squats were yesterday. And frankly, I was surprised that I was even able to snatch up to 113. I kind of had a feeling, like I knew the first one was close, but I was like, this might just be one of those days where I just miss this weight like 8 times or, however many times I take it. And it just feels super close every time. Just because of how fatigued I was. And I didn't have a ton of DOMs in my quads, but I definitely was not, like, they were fatigued, of course. But for clean jerks, same kind of thing. So I went from 73 to 103 to 128 to 143. The, I guess, optimistic goal was to be able to do 153. And I knew, like, once I did 128, I was like, all right, 143 is probably the most I'm going to be able to get on this day. And did the clean, but the jerk, I just didn't have anything left on it. And that just, in a sense, it's annoying because, like, obviously you want to be successful in a lift, but it just kind of shows me that I am, in fact, fatigued. Like, I did enough squatting yesterday to fatigue me. It's one of those things, I think I've mentioned this before. It's like if you do a bunch of what you think is hard strength work, and then the next day you're able to hit like 90% plus lifts on everything, you clearly didn't work hard enough. So in a sense, like I was like, I really want this 143 because it is nice to hit it when you are fatigued, but like as you can see, like with my hands on my knees, like I had nothing left. And I was originally for the snatch pulls gonna do 5 sets of 3, but I started to get really fatigued really quick, and it wasn't really until I started doing the snatch pulls where I was like getting winded almost. It was not necessarily a strange feeling, but it was one that I knew like, all right, 5 sets of 3 is just going to be a lot of work and it's going to be a big struggle. So I bumped it down to 3 sets of 3. I did them at 130. Last week I did them from a deficit, and this week I did it just regular from the floor. First couple sets I did with the weightlifting house straps. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm dumb. I know I am probably dumb, but I can never make these straps feel like they're as tight as the Iron Mind ones, the ones that aren't connected. I have no idea why this is. I see so many weightlifters use the ones that are connected from every possible level, and I just can't get them to work. I don't know if the width is too small. I just don't understand it. I don't know if it's not just because my hands were sweaty and stuff, but like they just don't feel as connected as I do with the Iron Mind ones. And after I think this set here, I think I go back to the Iron Mind for the last one. But I don't know, the short and sweet straps, you just can't really beat them. And I don't really understand, because I even see people use those ones that are connected, and I don't know. I've just never, since I've started weightlifting, since the first time I've done a snatch, my friend that did weightlifting with me, he had the non-connected Iron Mind ones, and so I just bought them and I've used them since day one essentially. And to me, it's like having just I just don't know. It's one of the weird idiosyncrasies that I think I have, that they just feel significantly better than the other ones. Maybe it's because they're thicker and wider, or it's just because it's what I used at first. But I've tried to use other ones because like the weightlifting house ones, I don't think they're bad quality. Like I think they're nice straps, and I really like the red and the white of them, but I don't know. I just can't figure them out. And maybe it's because the width, if it was wider, maybe that would work better. But I'm probably just dumb. I can probably confirm that because I have seen people use various straps of that style and do well with them. And I just can't. Like Iron Mind's the only way I can go. Thankfully, they're cheap and they work well, and they last a while. I think The straps I have now are a newer pair, and I had one for like probably 3 or 4 years, and I could still use them. Like I still have them. They're still, actually in a bucket somewhere in my room, but they started to kind of wear out the side, and I was like, I know they're probably going to be fine forever, but I also don't want to have that catastrophic failure when I'm doing a snatch. That sounds terrifying, and I don't even want to like have that in the back of my mind. And they're not expensive at all. I think it's like $15 to get them, so it's like it's kind of worth it just to have brand new ones. But the only negative is you kind of have to break them in the sense that they are kind of slick when you first get them, so you kind of have to get them all chalked up. But that just builds pretty quickly with it. But anywho, I think a pretty productive session. That I hit my goal of getting some snatch pulls in. Got a productive snatch in at 113, which is I think about 90% of the 126. So I'm going to kind of start trying to hit more frequently the 113, and then try to slowly build that number up and not just simply do 110, 115 every single time, and just kind of vary things in that regard. But still feel pretty good. Still working on the shoulder as much as I can. Thankfully, it feels looser like when I start to train, so I think a lot of the mobility, it makes it a little bit achy like after I do it, just because I'm doing so much of it. But then, once I start training, it's definitely the starting point when I start warming up is better than what it has been. So I think as long as I keep training how I am, it's not going to be 100% healed, or it's going to get 100% better as quickly as it could. But I'd rather just deal with a little bit of pain than not train with that. But we'll see what tomorrow's session or today's session will look like. But hopefully I hit some good numbers again or more. Who knows? I'm rambling now. I'm losing my brain. Unfortunately, there wasn't much there to begin with. But anywho, that's it for this one. I'll talk to you all in the next video, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.